everyone, today we're going over the Leupold 1.25 by 4 VX-R scope that you see here and that you've seen in the beginning of the video on the Tavor rifle. So without much more gabbing from me, let's get into some of the details of it. Let's take a closer look here at the scope. First off, the body of the scope is made of 6061 T6 aluminum, and it is 11.5 ounces, and in length it is 9.5 inches long. The tube here is a 30 millimeter tube, and although up front here it claims 1.25 by 4 magnification, it really isn't. It's a 1.5 by 4 magnification. Not sure why they haven't corrected that, but that is what you actually get with it. There are 8 illumination settings there, and to turn it on, you just hit this button right here, and your illuminated reticle appears. And to turn it off, you press and hold. And to adjust between the settings, you just push the button, and it'll go up and down. The light transmission through the optic, they claim 94%, which I believe it's probably pretty close to that, because in low light situations, either early morning or at dawn or dusk, I should say, it does have great light transmission. And those of you guys that are hunters out there know just how important that is. The lenses on there are diamond coated, is the word they call it, but what it really is it's a coating that allows that light transmission, and it also prevents scratching on the lenses themselves. And the entire optic itself is argon and krypton sealed versus nitrogen, which is what a lot of scopes are using. I believe actually Leupold started the nitrogen sealing, but the reason they switched over to argon and krypton is to reduce the possibility of thermal shock if you're firing heavy caliber rifles with this optic on there. The illumination on this optic is provided by one CR2032 battery, which is located right there, and the battery life on this is extended greatly because of the system that Leupold runs on there to conserve power. So when you turn it on, or when you make adjustments, it'll stay on for 5 minutes, regardless of movement or not, after you actually make your last adjustment on there, or just turn it on if you don't make adjustments. And after 5 minutes, it'll go into a dormant mode where it works off of a movement sensor. And once it senses movement on the gun, so say you're sitting up in a tree stand, or if it's a home defense rifle, as soon as you pick it up, it comes back on for another 5 minutes. And once it stops sensing motion, it goes off again 5 minutes later. So it does definitely add a good bit of life there to that battery. Adjusting the magnification is done back here at the rear of the scope, very easily adjusted. It's a nice smooth adjustment all the way through. It does have that knob on there so you can grip it and use it for positive grip on there. And while we're talking about magnification, the scope is a second focal plane optic, so the size and the reticle will move as you adjust it across its magnification range. The windage and elevation turrets are capped, so that way you can unscrew them, set them to whatever you feel like, and they do have quarter MOA adjustments, which is one thing to point out there. They do have nice positive detent. I'll stop talking here so you can actually hear it as I rotate it. So nice detents to let you know when you actually made that adjustment. Once you get it set to where you want it at, you can put the caps back on. I know some folks aren't a fan of caps. Really, it's a personal preference thing in my opinion. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. It just kind of is what it is. Camcorder here obviously doesn't do the justice to the reticle that you actually see in person, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you how that FireDot actually looks in there with the FireDot Circle reticle. I'll roll in some pictures at the end of the video here, which will be much more clear and crisp than what you're going to see here, but I just wanted to show you how that dot works in there. The eye relief coming off the rear of the scope there is going to be 3.8 to 4.2 inches, so really good eye relief, especially if you're using it on like an AR or on the Tavor, as you've seen throughout the review here today. Lines up pretty nice, and you don't have to be precise in your head position every time. Many of you who follow the shooting sports and the industry kind of know that these scopes, these low-powered 1x4, 1.5x4, 1x6, etc. optics really are kind of taking off, especially over the last year or so, due to a lot of things. Due to three-gun competitions being one of them. A lot of folks running their ARs with these on there so they can reach out a little bit further than they would with just a typical red dot. A lot of folks like to use these on home defense rifles as well, and really I don't see any problem with that. If you put it down with a low optic, it is relatively fast on target, and your eye will pick it up pretty quick. Not quite as quick on this one as you will with the red dot due to the lack of a true 1 power magnification level, but still pretty quick for most folks. But all in all, it's a good scope. It works well. It's durable. Leupold's still making good stuff for the price range that these are in, and these are coming to market depending on the reticle you get it at and where you get it at. are going to come to market generally in the $400 to $600 range. So affordable for most folks out there, and really it's a good scope. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about this scope or anything else I review here on the channel, you can feel free to post below in the comment section. You can also post, as always, over at my Facebook page. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video.